Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday, and welcome to tonight's episode of Darkness Over New Orleans. This is Season 2, Episode 1. Thank you very much for joining us. Last week we had Alec host a Kindred TTRPG night.
We
That is hard to
played
say.
Catacombs and Cockatrices.
Yeah,
And that's all we're
nice.
doing now from now on.
No.
That's it.
That's what the
Forever.
stream That's what the stream is now.
That's what it is for all times going forward. So my name is Dylan. Thank you very much for joining me. I am your storyteller. My pronouns are he, they. We're going to go around. As you can see, Robin's not with us tonight, but I'll be filling in for her. I'll be portraying Ambrose tonight as well. So let's go over with, let's start Fluffy Goomba.
Hey everybody, hey. Hi. My name's Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba. You can find me here on Twitch several days, several games, several wonderful people. You can also find me on Sundays on Total Party Kiss, Treasure Theologian, Greek Myth Inspired 5e campaign. But tonight I am playing Maximilian Washington, pronouns he, him, Gangrel, leader of this hopefully still alive coterie by the end of this night. Whoop.
And next we have Thaddeus.
You never wrap me up, it just right into it. Thaddeus Atlas, here I'm going to be playing your flirtatious vampire who gets himself into a lot of trouble. Hopefully not tonight, though, because we are going through quite a bit of turmoil and changes in leadership. Heading right along. He, him.
And we have Commune DM, Alec.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on places on the internet at Community DM, all that jazz. Tonight I will be playing Kieran Blake, your Bruja. Also, he, him, just a guy.
Okay.
Just the guy. You're that guy, pal.
No.
So, we are going to start off Season 2 exactly where we left off from our season finale. But first, let's sink our fangs in tonight's episode of Darkness Over New Orleans.
Blah. Enjoy.
Boobs.
You win.
They're not gross. Boobs aren't gross.
And we're back with a guest. Wow, who'd have thunk it?
Hello, everyone.
And this is our guest NPC tonight, Nala Wu. You can find them on Twitter at Nala Wu, they, them pronouns. Let's recap what happened last episode. Our season finale of Season 1 ended with each coterie member having a little vignette. Max was reunited with Angelo, who had said that he had gone against the prince's orders and not taken out the Prince of Baton Rouge. Instead, told them about Prince Dubois' dubious affairs of coming in to have Angelo be the assassin. Let's jump forward over to Alec. Kiernan had a moment with Lola. Apologies were made on both ends. empanadas and tamales were handed over, as well as photographs, one of his parents' house, one of his apartment door, one of the symbol that protects his parents' area, and a picture of uh, Saint Frode Cemetery in New Orleans. Kieran called his sire, Imogen, to get some information. Imogen simply said, I will have to tell you about this later on. Right now, it's not, I'm out of town, so I can't help you out. But answers will be found out in the cemetery. Oh, the pictures are also delivered by Megan. Let's hop over to Thaddeus. Aubrey was spending time in his hotel penthouse when he was visited by both the prince and his sire Aether. The prince made it known to Aether that he needs to cut the crap and rekindle his relationship with Aubrey. Aubrey then got a little tall in his boots and said some not so kind things to his sire.
Kind of regretting it. Kind of regretting it.
Well, these things happen, my friend. You should.
You'd think I'd learn to keep my mouth shut, but
I think that Aubrey's lesson learned is think before you speak.
Hindsight's a bitch.
you think too highly of me, sir. I've learned no lessons from this situation.
Lesson? What's a lesson? Oh, and then Victoria gave you a phone call and said that your mother had been found and she is being taken care of by Victoria in a Holiday Inn at the other side of town, waiting for her to be detoxed so that you can rekindle your relationship with her. Ambrose had run to his house and started putting on DEFCON 4 inside the house, where Cameron was hiding in the rafters waiting for Ambrose to return and let him know that their business relationship was null and void. A friendship could still remain, but for the most part, Ambrose is on his own now. The deeds to the house was handed over to Ambrose as well, so that he is now owner of the house that he was living in. The coterie took a couple of days to connect once again. Aubrey was invited to the prince's manor for a party, and he told the rest of the coterie, let's have a night out, shall we? Upon getting to the prince's manor, Angelo stops Max outside, and they were talking about the actions of what had happened, how he evaded being detected until he gave up his information to the prince of Baton Rouge. And then they saw a carriage, a Victorian carriage, being pulled by a horse. And behind that in tow was a glass coffin with no one or anything inside of it. Angelo says, that's the night procession. I'm out of here, and starts running. Max goes back inside, and as Max gets inside and reconnects with his kindred coterie, this one individual comes out of the carriage, makes themselves known inside of the manor by simply saying, I am here for the prince. Do not announce me. I will make sure of it myself. They walked up the stairs, started clapping their wooden panels together, made their way into the office of the prince. A scuffle ensued, in which it ended with our guest NPC tonight launching the head of the prince from the balcony and saying, the prince is dead. Players, friends, the stage is yours.
Prince Olivier Dubois is dead. Your mad prince has repeatedly breached the masquerade and threatened the exposure of our kind and the unlife of every kindred within this city. Allow this to serve as a warning. All who break the masquerade shall meet final death by my hand. As a member of the Four, I have administered rightful justice and shall be taking the title of Prince of New Orleans until I decide who is worthy to take up the mantle. She descends the stairs, making eye contact with various kindred in the crowd. Eventually, their gaze falls to you four in front. They hike their skirt up to bend down, grasping the prince's hair and lifting his head for all to see. She reaches into a hidden pocket, producing a small glass vial. They bring it to their mouth, removing the stopper with their teeth. Then she holds the vial under the head, filling it with Prince Dubois' vitae as it continues to leak out of his severed neck. After the vial is full, they replace the stopper, and she pockets it. In a flash of supernatural speed, she appears once again at the top of the stairs. Now, I wish to speak with one Angelo D'Amato. Her piercing eyes flash as they scan the crowd. Looking. Step forward now. I don't bite. No? Okay, very well. Is there anyone associated with him present tonight, then?
Ambrose is going to just quickly look over at Max's direction, and very slightly
I was gonna say,
hold
don't
his
look
hand.
at me.
just hold his hand gently.
And you will see. You'll see Max. While his eyes have been focused on you, as soon as you bring up Angelo, they aren't glassed over anymore, and they are attentive, and he just, I don't know where he's at, but I am his second in command, I suppose, if we're gonna give rank.
Good. Well, why don't you come to the... Well, it's my office now, isn't it? Come.
Okay. And he just looks. What the fuck? He just looks at my computer. Just decided to make the most noise.
Nice.
It's because it's also terrified. He just looks at the rest of his coterie. Gives
As
them.
you look at them, the other three,
Mm-hmm.
my eyes also fall to the rest of you.
God damn it.
And she just beckons with a finger and says, "Come now. Don't make me ask again."
Should I
Colonel-
bring the boards behind you, or
Oh God.
Shut up, Aubrey. No.
They are attached to their hip.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Kieran will just pat Max on the back on his right side and just start walking.
Mm-hmm. Max will immediately take up front and walk.
Ambrose is going to reach down and try and take the prince's head.
Of course they are.
Are we able to catch this?
Yeah, I mean, it's right. You guys haven't really gone too far. Like, you can just see Ambrose, like, leaning down.
He will just try and lean down if he can catch Ambrose's eye.
Leave it.
No. No.
And as this happens, there is a, like, almost like, because you all are standing there, you can feel like a wind through your hair, and in a flash, she is standing in front of you, and pushes Ambrose with a hand just away from it and says, "Stop. Stay your hand. lest you wish to lose them. No one shall touch the remains of this traitor. He belongs to the Four now, and no one else. If you disobey me, you will join our collection.
Ambrose just slowly pulls back. Goes, "Not. On the other hand, I think that I'm quite fine with it just staying right there.
Good.
Well, let's go upstairs, shall we?
I apologize for the transgression.
And I've just turned and I am now walking normal speed back up the stairs, and I am not looking to see if the rest of you are following. However, it is expected.
Of course. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Surely
What a-
does. Surely follows.
Surely follows without question. Oh my god.
Aubrey wants to
Jesus.
take inventory of the room, make sure he's scanning the eyes of anybody watching them, and begins to make their way up at the back.
Aubrey, as you're scanning the room, you make note of one person smiling at you as they make their way to the door. It is Aether, and in a complete look of like a shit-eating grin, he's staring at you as he pushes his way through and just walks out the door.
Lovely thing that is. I'm sure we'll be meeting each other real soon. I'm coming.
Ambrose is right
and-
behind you, and then goes, "You sound different. Are you all right?"
Everything's fine. We have bigger things to concern ourselves with.
Indeed.
Long live the prince.
I will
And
not
I-
repeat that.
I walk down the hallway to where the office is, and I push open the door and stand next to it, gesturing for the four of you to walk in.
I feel like the principal is like we need to have a talk, and I'm like, oh, my trauma.
Keenan will stand outside opposite the prince as everybody falls in and will walk in last after his coterie.
And after everyone walks in, I shut the door softly. Inside, it is a bit of a mess.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
I do imagine there's some blood on the floor and papers strewn about. I'm not sure what else was in the prince's office.
So let
but-
me detail the scene then. So
Where's
from
my
from
mirror?
The
that I left
mirror
here?
is broken on the floor.
Of course it is.
The desk is turned to the side on it's turned on its side. From behind it, you can just see the legs of the once was prince. There are slash marks from the Kopesh on different parts of the room. You see them on the bookshelf. You see it on the globe that's in the corner, where you can see that it was definitely a chasing fight. Books are all unended. Lamps are shattered. It looks as if a small hurricane and tornado happened at the same time in this small office.
And I sit in the prince's chair behind the desk and just do a little motion of just like dusting off the desk, moving just some debris so that I can fold my hands on top of it.
Love what you've done with the place.
It's nice, isn't it?
Admirable.
Max just like takes the seat he's always taken,
Mhm.
which is that first chair. I'm guessing picks it up,
Yep.
like dusts it off, and just sits in it.
Are the
Ambrose
rest of you
goes to the
sitting,
dark corner.
standing?
Keenan stands. Just his hands kind of clasped together. At attention, I think, more than anything.
Thaddeus, where are you going?
How's the state of my usual lounge couch? Is it
It's there. It's got like a little rip in it. Some stuffing's popping out.
You can say it's in the room, I guess.
You can say it's a chair, I guess.
It
You
is
can
some
still
sort
sit
of
on it, I guess.
destroyed
He does-
furniture.
He does his best to like sit down at first, like he's not trying to lounge on it, but it's so broken that he kind of slides into a comfort easeless. Like he meant to do that, but it's kind of awkward. What's going on here? Well, this is. It's been fluffed. It's nice.
Well, I believe the rest of this meeting tonight will be far more productive if we all promise not to lie to each other. Does that sound amenable to you?
Sure.
I think we can get through with the conversation doing that.
It would be nice to have a straightforward conversation in this office for once.
And what
Kieran
should we
does laugh,
call
sorry.
you? Ambrose asks, "What should we call you?"
Usually, my reputation precedes me. My name is Aisha.
Pleasure to meet you, Aisha. Your Highness.
Prince Aisha, thank you.
Does-
So, I believe we're all in agreement to tell the truth, correct?
Good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall not lie if you all are giving your word that you will offer me the truth.
Nothing
As
but.
I have nothing to hide. And I make eye contact with each of you.
Yeah, Max is if we're talking about eye contact, Max's attention it's as focused as focus can be. And there's no like focus as in like what can I say? How can I lie? It's like a straight on like attentive, like, all right, let's do this kind of focus.
Aubrey tries to steal a minute longer of the gaze by shifting his weight as you're moving around the room with your vision. But like the chair is making it hard, so he just slides back down, almost uncomfortably moving out of your line of sight.
You notice, like, Aisha's eyes flash red. Just briefly.
That makes
As you do
sense.
that.
That
Yep,
makes
yep.
sense. Yeah,
Yep.
it checks.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
My money's on Aubrey dying first.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Roll those dice. Yeah. Mhm.
Aisha, the
Um,
name means alive and well, but I don't feel either of those things will be long.
I think it's clear, especially to someone like the prince, that while Kieran is standing at attention, there is much fear present. I think it's not in regards to your presence. It's more the room and what it represents and what has been conducted here in the past. Kieran still struggles to be here.
And Aisha takes a napkin and just starts cleaning her face of blood. So, and I look at Maximilian. Angelo, where is he?
Currently, I don't know his present location. When we saw your ride, he ran off.
Why?
Fear. He knows that what you mean, what you stand for. I didn't.
And
Yeah.
what exactly do I stand for?
I'm gonna say order. I guess. I'm not really versed in the intricate workings of our culture, our people, but I'm gonna say you represent getting things back in line from those who would want chaos instead.
Insightful. Nice.
Thank you.
Do you have a way to contact Angelo?
I do.
Do it.
And he doesn't hesitate. All his moves are smooth as he just takes out his cell phone and just texts them. The prince is dead. uh, but they're asking for you. If I lie, I die. Come here immediately.
Which one do they send? Send.
Their name is Aisha.
Dot 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 dot.
Come on, old man.
Great.
Oh,
Send.
is it a sarcastic grade or just a great?
What do they want with me? Send.
They like, he's like, come on, old man. Why would you? He literally goes, old man, you really are just trying to test me. He looks over to our new prince. They're curious to know what you want with them.
I would simply like to congratulate him on helping to bring down this threat. And I gesture to the decapitated body in the corner of the room on helping bring down this threat to our society, and I would like to give him a reward.
You're getting accolades, apparently. Send. They want to reward you for helping end the prince's troublemaking.
Is my reward in the back of the coffin? Send.
There's only one, and the prince probably will fit nicely into it. Send.
As the two of you are having this text conversation, I am making eye contact specifically with Aubrey, studying him.
Oh no.
You get their last text message back saying, they'll find me either way. I'll be there in 20. Send.
I would make that like 15, 10 tops.
How did he run?
Fucking
booked it.
He booked it. That's an old man, but that's an old man. That's a boxer. He booked it. He was gone.
He did the Rocky.
He did the right. He fully went across town. I'd make it 15, 10 if you're feeling young.
Get those joints loosened up.
Please.
He sends the running emoji.
Yeah. He'll be here. Is it okay if I give you a time frame and not like a promise?
Time frame is fine.
Like 10 to 20 minutes.
Good. In the meantime, I do have another matter, if you'd like to help. I'm searching for one more person by the name of Ambrose Windsor. He has slipped through my fingers one too many times the past few years, and I am growing impatient.
What do you mean slip through your fingers?
He has evaded capture.
Ambrose starts to look very stoic on his face, looking as Thorn right now, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone who knows Ambrose knows that internally, of course, the boy is shitting his pants.
What are the crimes, if I can ask?
It might help us recover them.
Do you know Ambrose?
I will go to any links to get the information you...
I mean, they're a
Messiah?
model, right? I think.
I've heard
Or
of
they
them.
were?
How could you not hear of them? They were all over the magazines.
Ambrose says, I thought they left or disappeared at least 5 to 10 years ago.
So stupid.
Clearly, she's looking for them.
Wait, what makes you think they're in Nolans?
What did you say? I sorry, I didn't hear you.
What makes you think they're in New Orleans?
I have sources that tell me they've spotted him here.
I hate to repeat myself, especially in your regal presence. What was the crime?
Grimes.
Oh, wow.
Ambrose has broken the masquerade on several occasions.
And we all know
Namely-
there's no repentance for that.
No. He burned down a museum of natural history.
Jesus Christ.
He was recorded on multiple social media platforms with mortals after he was supposedly dead. He almost attacked a child in Times Square. And he confessed, giving his name to the NYPD.
Well, this Ambrose certainly sounds like an absolute fool. A fool, I tell you.
Fiend, if anything. Now, would you prefer them caught alive or otherwise?
Alive.
Understood.
This whole time, I've just been shifting my eye contact between the four of you, trying to dissect whether or not you four are telling me the truth or not.
Ambrose then goes, Prince Aisha, is there a time frame? How long will you be staying, or is this an indefinite endeavor?
Indefinite. I am
Good.
seeking someone to replace me, seeing as I have better things to be doing. However, I am waiting to evaluate the kindred within this city until I find someone who is suitable of this position.
Do you have any candidates?
No, not at the moment.
Angelo would be a good one.
I'd agree with that, but I'm biased, but I'd agree.
I'm not biased. He would be a great option.
Mm,
The man
Why are you
cares.
biased?
Well,
I have no bias. I'm not from here at all. But
He-
everyone I seem to interact with takes to Maximilian in a moment.
he is my sire.
Oh. How nice.
Mm.
And pardon my manners. I forgot to ask for your names.
Maximilian Washington, ma'am. You can call me Max if you want.
Kieran Blake.
Aubrey Valentine, and you can call me whenever.
Shut the fuck.
I'm at
Ambrose-
their
Ambrose-
service.
Eh.
Ambrose whispers, shut up. My name
Aisha's
is Thorn.
eyes flash at you again.
This like strikes. Like I imagine like this is like fucking strikes. And it's like, oh my god.
So that's
Am-
I don't
Ambrose
understand American
goes-
baseball.
Mhm.
Ambrose goes, my name is Thorn. I've lost my last name. After many years, I found it useless.
I can relate with you on that one. When you exist for as long as I have, some things become lost to the sands of time.
If I may be so bold, I have a question for you, Prince Aisha. Forgive my ignorance, but you said the four, correct?
Yes.
I'm unfamiliar with such a organization, a title. Can you please explain to me what the four is?
Not very often I have to explain myself. And she doesn't look annoyed by that, but it definitely she straightens a little bit and seems uh, oddly put off by that. Was not
Really?
expecting that.
Yeah.
The Four is an organization dating back hundreds of years. There are, well, four of us, and our goal is to protect kindred society around the world. We are called in when we are needed. We enact justice swiftly. And we hold the laws and the traditions above all and abide by them. We aim to uphold the masquerade, for as I'm sure you all know, break that, and we're all doomed. The Camarilla and the Anarchs may not agree on a lot, but this is one thing we can agree on. Our survival depends on the masquerade.
It is known.
As it should.
Before it gets lost to conversation, Angelo cares about the kindred community here. And he cares deeply about maintaining that balance. That one that you and your four keep so sacred. I've
I
known
understand.
Angelo for a very short time. He has my highest respect. In that, I have another question.
It's a slight eye roll, but my gaze is fixated on you, and I give you a slight nod to continue.
Has there been any word on the Mad Prince's sheriff, Jacques, his whereabouts?
Well, I was actually wondering about that as well. You don't know where he is?
No.
He's usually attached to the prince's hip, but he
But
was surprisingly missing tonight.
Why?
We don't
Don't know.
know.
he is one with the shadows.
My instinct is that he was working for his own ends, maybe feeding Prince Dubois promises of power. Something, I don't know. But I think
Has he
Jacques
ever-
is dangerous.
Has he ever broken the masquerade?
He's worked in service with the prince.
He handed the prince a Molotov, if I remember correctly.
For the church?
The church.
Yes.
No one here tried to stop him himself.
He's actively
Did he?
sent shadows to watch us in mortal laced apartment buildings.
Hmm. Well,
I'm sure there are more if I can think hard enough.
no need. I shall put my runners in work to find him and locate him, and if they come up with anything, I will deal with him.
He is dangerous.
Nothing I can't handle.
Talks
I'd
about
imagine not, no.
I believe you.
Thank you for your time.
Good.
There is one last thing. The mayor. I
What
don't
of
know if
him?
he's a good or a bad guy, but he did make mention that the masquerade would come to an end due
Is
to the
he
prince's
kindred?
activities.
No, he's not.
not.
Why does he know of us?
I'd ask the prince, but
He's dead.
that conversation got cut short.
If I remember correctly, the prince helped the mayor get into power
Yes.
so they could have a hold of a seat in office, I suppose. I'm not sure the entire meanings behind it, but they did things for us and we did things for them, I suppose.
With our mayor in power, we had access to more readied access to things like blood banks and safety and travel and all that noise. But as the conversations didn't go too well, not the negotiations, the mayor promised to end that deal. And in response, the prince burned that church and became very violent.
I
Promised to
see.
be God, as arrogant as it sounds.
I see. That is very concerning. On the subject of the mayor as the new prince, perhaps I shall pay him a visit later.
I would like to make note that he does not fear us. He does not even fear death, it seems. We went to him to as muscle, you could say, for the prince. Well, he once was prince, of course, but the mayor Warren's, excuse me, was unflappable with our approach.
He's a politician through and through.
You
Promises,
say
sweet
that like I have
words.
not dealt with politicians before.
No, I don't say it like that. I say it as in uh, just warning you of the type. Sweet words, lovely promises, real douchey attitude. Honestly, I can't stand the man, but um,
Mr. Washington, do believe me when I say I do not require people to be afraid of me to get them to listen.
understood.
I would love for an elaboration.
Oh my God.
Aubrey, I swear to God.
What do you mean
Please,
by that?
I beg you to ignore our compatriot here. His mouth often moves faster than his brain.
What
It's-
I mean to say is, it wouldn't be bad to learn from you so that we don't repeat the mistake of not having someone in the future that we've failed to keep quiet.
You want to learn?
From someone as learned as you, it might better serve our community.
Keep your mouth shut. The more
It might
you
prove hard
talk,
for him.
Out of character, out of character. That's so apt.
especially you, Aubrey. I know you. We've had our eyes on you for some time
Oh no.
as well.
Flattered, but surely I don't merit such important vision.
Why don't you think a little harder as to why? Tell me why.
I'm sure my songs have not escaped your ears, but melodies for children and all. Even subtly teaching people to not be afraid of us has its uses.
Your music is walking a fine line, Aubrey. You
A fine
tell
line.
all of your bloodsuckers about your vamp life. They call you Sir Sire, I've heard.
Tori's for
All I'm
name.
saying is watch yourself.
knowing that you're listening is more than enough reason for me to give future lyrics a once-over.
Very curt nod. And she looks at a clock on the wall
Mhm.
and notes that, I don't know, about 5 to 10 minutes have passed.
Yeah. We'll just say that for all intents and purposes. It's about 15 minutes, and you all hear a slight knock on the door. Very timid.
Enter.
You will see Max like literally like go.
Thorn, she's heard my music.
Don't think that's a good thing, Aubrey. The door slowly opens, and you see the head of Angelo peek in. How you doing? You called for me, right?
That I did. Come in and shut the door.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. No problem. Of course, of course. Makes his way in slowly, shuts the door behind him. Very apprehensive motions as he steps into the center of the room, looking over at Max. If he could sweat Max, you could tell that
Oh
man
yeah.
was shaking in his boots.
like Max and Angelo meet eyes, and Angelo can see just how like he can see how worried he is. Like there's no like Max might be like showing like that iron will, that leader's glare, but to Angelo it is like every word is a bomb of some kind is a tripwire of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's trying to be as careful as he can, being as polite as he can, because he does not know what word could end it.
Sure.
Aisha
Uh,
looks at not Aubrey, at Angelo
It's like,
and
please.
gestures to the other open chair in front of the desk. And she says, have a seat.
Thank you, ma'am. Heads over, slowly descends into the chair, but sitting not fully back, but at the edge of it, just in case he needs to make a quick move.
Yeah.
Angelo, you were absent from the party. So let me fill you in. The prince is dead, and I am your new prince. And I've heard a lot about you.
Congratulations, and we are very fortunate to have you as our new prince here in New Orleans. Welcome.
It's hot
Who-
here.
Sometimes unbearably so, yes.
Sticky.
You don't get used to it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Who, may I ask, did you hear about me from? Besides my child here, Max.
Our mutual friend. The Prince of Baton Rouge. Prince Felicity. The one you were sent to kill. Is that correct?
That is correct. And you all can hear the wood that is on the armrest of his chair creak under his hands that are now gripping onto it to secure himself. Yes, I was sent over to there by that guy over there, and he points to the body of Dubois, to take out Felicity.
And you didn't do it.
No, ma'am.
And instead, you confessed to her.
Yes, I told Prince Felicity that our previous prince was doing some terrible things, and I was revolting against his orders to warn her about an attempted assassination.
How noble. Felicity sends her regards, and she is the one who called me here.
Mm.
For many reasons, but your mission given to you by Dubois, traitor, is why I was sent here. And I have you to thank. That poor excuse for a man is dead now, instead of Felicity. And I have you to thank. So thank you.
You're welcome. However, I'm not trying to be rude here. By all means, please understand that I cannot tell if you're being sincere or not, and rightly so, as I'm sure the rest of the kindred here in this room are. I'm quite terrified.
She puts a hand up to tell him to stop talking, and she looks at Maximilian and says, Mr. Washington, why don't you tell your sire what we've all agreed upon?
Honesty is the name of the game. As long as we're honest, you have nothing to be afraid of. And as he's like speaking to you and looking at you, like his focus is like they're the only one in this room. No one else, everyone else is just voices. This is the person I have to pay attention to, otherwise shit can go wrong. So he's just like making sure that they're like on them. As long as we are telling the truth, we're fine.
That is correct, and I have agreed not to lie as well. So, yes, Angelo, I am 100%, as you all say, serious.
Well, you are quite welcome in the assistance of bringing down that loathsome fellow behind you.
Your reward, Angelo. I would like to reward you should you accept it. I want to make you my sheriff.
This is the first time like Max blinks, like the world is back,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks back. He looks over to Angelo.
Angelo is as well blinking out of complete shock and confusion, and I do apologize. You were trying to say you would like for me to be the sitting sheriff of New Orleans here, like right now?
Yes, to serve under me and eventually under whoever I bring in to replace me as a reward.
It's a absolutely honor to have that distinguished role. I would be most happy to assist in any way possible. If I may, can I have 2 seconds to speak with Max? In your presence, of course. It just has to be right here.
She just gestures with her hands and folds them again on the table.
Angelo stands up, looks at the others, and just goes, "How you doing, fellas?" Walks over to Max, kneels with one knee down, puts both hands on Max's shoulders, goes, "This was unexpected.
You don't say.
I'm happy to be alive.
I am as well.
You now have a huge responsibility. Everything that was mine is yours now.
Oh man.
I can't have both of those going on.
Fair,
I have
fair,
a
very
very large duty now to uphold thanks to our new prince, Aisha here.
Mhm.
But you, my son, need to handle all my other business from this moment forward.
I mean,
What business is that?
Of course, we like to make sure that the community is well taken care of, both kindred and mortal. So we would help out, like my child here, was not doing the best, and with a legal embrace, I took him in, and I have started helping him be a pillar of the community to make sure that kindred in our territory are well behaved, stay in line, and also are doing the best for themselves and the mortal community, which benefits us in the long run.
Very well.
Without breaching any masquerade, of course. That goes without saying.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Except the mayor is an exception.
The mayor was from the previous prince. I had no dealings with that, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been squashed out.
That's a prince centric endeavor. I didn't even know that he knew the prince, a former prince, like that until he told us to go talk to them.
Speaking of the late prince, I want each of you to answer this question. What exactly was the nature of your relationship to the late Prince Dubois?
Not a positive one. Uh, More like a workman's relationship. He had us. I'm not sure if you know. You, of course, you maybe I don't know. There, I'm Christian's blanking out, but the what do we call werewolves? in
Garu.
our-
Guru?
Yeah. Recently, the Garo have vacated their space at large, and the Bayou have vacated, left no trace, no presence. Uh, and we were sent to, of course, refresh the deal that we have with them. But when we got there, we were informed that they were leaving. And as we were leaving, something tried to make us stay. A very dangerous something, a creature of some kind. We escaped, and he like gestures to everybody. We escaped, and we have been trying to figure out what it was that attacked us and what may be growing out there now. That was our priority. And we were using the prince to gain that information.
Thorn speaks up. We were pretty much his errand boys.
Pretty much.
Selfishly, he provided protection from my sire in exchange for sort of doing what he bid.
Who is your sire?
Aether.
Is he around or did he run away as well?
He was in attendance earlier, but it does seem he took his leave of this place.
Why do you need protection from him?
It's not that I need protection. It felt good for a moment to feel safe and unafraid, but I'm fine. Truly.
You didn't answer my question.
From a tormentor, a cad, a fiend, I needed protection from someone who enjoys hurting people.
I see. And you, Kieran?
I've just been following where these four have gone. These three have gone. I would make four. Not in it for the prince. Was in it for them. He's only treated me poorly.
Loyalty. The prince.
And the sheriff.
I hope you feel respected by me.
You didn't kill one of my only friends in this room in front of me, so I think we're on good terms for right now. Thank you.
Good. You mentioned the burning of a church.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with the mayor.
Hmm.
Were you there?
We were, yes.
Did you not burn the church with him?
No.
They tried to stop him.
Watched in horror, actually.
I mean, as soon as we were safe enough, I called the fire department so that the fire wouldn't spread further.
Thorn reaches his hand up a little bit and goes, I tried to stop the prince myself from letting the fire rage on, but it was almost impossible with his command of the shadows.
La Sombra.
Very much so.
Hmm.
And you mentioned the sheriff. Was he present that night?
Yes, as I said, handed him a Molotov cocktail.
And the reason why he stopped throwing another one was because the sheriff whispered something into his ear. And it simply stopped his rage like that.
Which is what leads to my suspicion of Jacques being a more powerful entity than we are currently aware of. I feel as if he's been masquerading as just a prince or a sheriff. I think that he is something a bit more nefarious.
And yet he runs away.
He may not be afraid. He may be trying to be tactical. The prince is dead.
Regroup. The prince is dead. His ally, his tool, is dead.
He knows that this is his time to lay low and plan intelligently.
Wait and see.
Well, like I said, I'll put my people on it to try to find him. But while he's gone, of course, the position is open, and excited to be working with you, Angelo.
I look forward to working alongside you as well, Aisha, and learning as much as I can to make sure that our kindred society stays safe.
Angelo, I do have a question for you. Do you know of an Ambrose Windsor?
I definitely know an Ambrose Windsor. Everyone in the world knows Ambrose Windsor, right?
I don't know if everyone does, but I am seeking him as well. Would you happen to know where he is?
I assume that means he's in our city, so though I don't know his immediate whereabouts, I'm sure that I can put my feelers out there and see if he can be found.
Good. Whoever brings him to me shall be rewarded. As sheriff, you will let the rest of the kindred here know that.
Of course, my prince.
Very well.
At that notion, Thorn walks closer towards the center of the room and then just says, "What kind of reward are we talking?"
Well, Thorn, just Thorn, do you have information?
I don't
One
have
would not ask.
information. However,
One
go ahead, please.
Usually one would not ask such a question unless you did have information to give in return for said rewards.
Of course. Though I don't have information, I am very good at gathering information. I would be happy to, as well, put my feelers out, maybe in conjunction with Angelo, to see what we can find out about this Ambrose.
Well, everyone needs money, place to call home, protection. Everyone needs too many things. As a reward, I will give not what one needs, but rather what one wants, so long as it is within my power and ability to give it. This reward shall come to the first person to come forward with information leading to the capture of Ambrose Windsor.
And what if we are unable to locate him?
No reward.
No, that of course that goes without saying. Would your
It's
hunt
like
continue here or give up the hunt?
Give up? I am not one to give up, Thorn.
Of course, I still leave me to ask. I apologize. I was wrong. Poor choice of words.
Yes, it was. I have a last-ditch effort, however, I would like to not resort to that if I don't have to.
How long have you been looking for Ambrose Windsor?
A long time. But I can sense he is close. Here in this city. I will find him. If I find out that any of you have withheld information from me, you shall be punished as well.
we all made a commitment to honesty.
Yes, we wouldn't want to go against our word to you, Prince. We've seen what happened to other people who go against Prince's orders, especially one as exceptionally skilled as you are, to take down such a horrible, powerful man as Dubois may have been.
Aisha reaches onto her belt and just pulls out this very beautiful bejeweled dagger. It looks extremely ornate and very old, but well kept. The blade is shiny and polished. The hilt is gold inlaid with precious stones. And she just runs a thumb along the blade, just casually, and is just turning the dagger over in her hands. Yes, I do greatly wish to find him, especially given that my sources say he is here.
Was his breach truly that notable? I mean, I'm sure you said that he was spoken to a police officer, he burned down part of a museum, he was caught speaking to people on their social media. I'm
What a
just
silly, silly question to ask me.
oh,
Let's
of course.
reframe it this way. The four know of him. There are only four of us in the entire world. We keep tabs on kindred society across the globe, not just here in the States. We travel all around the world. So ask me again why I care about Ambrose Windsor.
That you've made yourself quite understood. I do apologize for my transgressions of asking such stupid questions.
Curse of the Nosferatu, really.
I have a question.
All of you have so many questions. You're lucky I am well fed tonight. Patient.
Good. That's good. That's good. What? This is a cultural thing again. This is just my ignorance. What are you doing with the coffin out there and guessing the body? You just gonna take it and then ship it off somewhere?
Oh, this. And she just casually looks off to the side at the body of the prince. Well, the coffin is merely symbolic. However, it is available for anyone else who may need it while I am here.
Good to know.
Understood.
Understood. Yep, understood. Good to know.
Symbolism with a meaning.
Mm,
Okay.
thank you.
Is there anything else you think I should know about this city?
Well, we got
Is-
the monster. We got the Garu leaving. Well, I don't want to miss anything details with the Garu. What?
The verbiage used with the Garu was that the land was being given back to its original masters, whoever that may be, and maybe you feel like or have the ability to enlighten us. The prince was intent on finding the Goulon sisters' private library. He did not. And there was mention and continued reference to Oblivion.
Mm,
And I believe the previously mentioned friend that was murdered in this room was sent there, and I
Who?
was the friend. Jack.
Yes, who else would I be asking about?
Well, it's a big world. His name was Jack.
Getting smaller.
yeah, pretty much.
He's a Bruja, like me.
I see. And these guru, where are they now?
We don't know.
You know, no, gone. They said they were leaving. We haven't heard of them since.
And why should I care?
Because the stability of this city is in the balance.
Yeah,
There's an
and something.
unknown element, yeah.
Yeah, there's an unknown element. There's a thing out there that we don't know, and we haven't made a deal with that doesn't know the rules that we've established, and it could put the city in danger, and that is something I do not wish to see happen.
Well, whoever will be instilled as the permanent Prince of New Orleans can deal with that. My job is simply to uphold the masquerade and all of the traditions, and if there are no kindred over there or anyone who has broken the masquerade, then I have no need or concern. They can
Understood.
drown for all I care.
Understood.
Prince Aisha, if I may, as your new sheriff, I think it would be poignant for you to get a lay of the land. Would you like for me to bring you through the city, show you all the known locations for kindred hangouts, places where we intermingle with some mortals, um, spots where it is a refuge for us? It doesn't have to be tonight, of course, up to you and your time frame, but I just think that you might be interested to see how it used to be run and what improvements can happen with under your aid or whomever you decide to put into power here.
A tour is what you're offering.
Yes, milady, but not a 5-cent tour of the city, an in-depth understanding of our city. I'm very well known, I'm very well connected here, and I can assure you that the people that I introduce you to will not be untruthful to you.
Very well. That sounds quite lovely, knowing that my new sheriff is also a tour guide.
I too would like this greater than a 5-cent tour.
My throat is so dry. My throat is so dry. I'm so scared.
Angelo, if you're offering it for everyone,
Kieran is just gonna walk over to Aubrey, put his hands over his shoulders, and just squeeze.
I'm just like, please, you need to get out of
It's-
this room.
that's a little bit harder than I normally like.
I'm actually.
My eyes are just flicking between you two, and there's a slight brow furrow, as if to just say, like, what are you doing?
It's
He just makes sure my
Thorn
spine is aligned.
Thorn goes, they have sleepovers once a week. I truly don't know.
It's not a thing. Why is this grip getting tighter? I didn't say anything about the sleepovers.
Let's go, and just puts his hand back on his wrist.
Right now actually seems like a good time for us to take a quick break.
Cool.
We will be back in 15 minutes, so we'll see you guys in at 40.
I'm going on that tour.
Hell yeah! All right, thank you, everybody. We'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
See you in a moment.
hear you.
God, he's
All
handsome.
right. Welcome back. For those of you who are just joining us, hi. You missed some stuff, so we're happy you're here.
A little.
For those of you who have been here with us since the beginning, love you. So
Wow.
let's jump off right from where we were before. Angelo had told the prince, the new prince, Aisha, who was a member of the Four, that he would be happy to give them a tour of the city and introduce them to important people that he knows.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to touch anything, because just in case you want people to clean this place, so or unless you want to leave it like this, it's quite the power move, honestly.
Always enjoyed the lived-in
Mr.
look.
Washington,
Yes, ma'am.
do you think I desire to leave the office in this state?
No, I was just asking. I mean, like I said, power move aesthetic. A lot of vampires are for it.
While we're
I
here,
prefer to show my power in other ways.
Fair enough. Respect that.
one last request, if you could humor me, and then my mouth will remain shut. Respectfully, unless you have questions, and then it'll be open. Respectfully, there's a mirror in here that I would like to take a closer look at. The prior prince, seemed quite transfixed with it, and I am curious if there are any supernatural affinities to it.
A mirror.
A mirror. And it
We all look on the
points
wall.
behind you, Aisha. It's
On the floor in pieces.
wrapped.
Is it on the floor? Is it on the floor in pieces, or was it wrapped up? I can't remember.
Dylan said when we
It
came
was
in.
it was in pieces. It had been shattered to the floor.
Mhm.
Yes.
The mirror, like the
frame
reflective
itself,
surface,
like,
the
yeah.
frame is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mirror itself is shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha turns and follows your gesture or your gaze to behind her, and turns, holding that position faced away from you all a little bit longer than what you might expect, almost as if I am daring you to attack me or whatever. And then I turn back around and say, well, I will be going through the office myself later to review everything in here. I need to look through his notes, his journals, his paperwork. I aim to seek only to find if there are any others in this city who need death. I ask that you do not take anything from this room.
Ambrose looks at Aubrey.
I do not wish to take anything.
Hands open.
Wish to, but I will refrain as you've asked me not to.
Good.
Just an inspection of the mirror is all I'm asking of.
Very well. After I'm done, I will send for you.
Thank you.
Now, I do have one more question for you all. 2 more questions. First of all, do any of you have direct contact with this mayor?
No.
On.
Angelo says, I know him. He knows me because I used to be a celebrity boxer. Um, I'm sure that I could set something up for you.
Yes, I would like a meeting. Not tonight, perhaps tomorrow.
Of course, your prince. Of course, I'll take care of it for you.
Not to speak out of
Very
turn, but we
good.
did forcibly take his cell phone number.
Thorn goes, yes, we have that. I almost forgot. Thank you, Aubrey, for reminding me.
He does come when called.
Promptly at that.
And Aisha just looks at Angelo and says, contact him tonight. Set it up.
Of course.
Good. One last question for you four. Who in this city do you like? Who can I trust?
I think, of course, there's Angelo. There's the Gulan sisters we've mentioned before. Those are
Who are they?
they are essentially lore keepers. They're librarians. They hold a lot of old knowledge about our culture and our people. We were able to gain favor with them, and their information has been aiding us in finding the aforementioned source outside the city. Well, clues as to what it might be. And
I see.
they are very knowledgeable in finding information.
Good to know. What about anyone on my now council? The Primogens? Any of them?
I think it's best to understand that trust is earned.
The is an owner of a tea shop.
Hmm.
Is quite the name is escaping Alec in this moment.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey owns a tea shop in town. Is reputable, kind, and more than trustworthy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I've already mentioned the
Teas.
Gulan sisters.
I mean, Angelo, you know more about the older vampires than I do. I was gonna make a meeting when you were gone with them, but I didn't get a chance to. So
Well, that's good. They probably wouldn't have listened to you. So it's just better though. You know, I can tell you all about them.
If they're here tonight at the party, perhaps I can talk to them. Or we can call in Elysium and discuss then.
Calling Elysium, it takes a little bit of time, but I can definitely set it up if you need it to be done.
I'll consider. What was this party for, anyway?
It's a phenomenal question. He called everybody in, I imagine, to boast his power, but that was quickly cut at the knees, respectfully.
Or
The head.
Neck.
okay.
That too.
Yeah, too. If anything, he usually has big old parties, just cause.
He likes to show his wealth that he's acquired by nefarious means.
Yeah, he likes to show his power. He likes to show off in general. He liked to show up. This is going to be a lot of past tense. We called him the Mad Prince. His reputation was not good. Not liked by. I'd be surprised if you found someone that actually liked him.
He used to hold office hours
This is true.
and would then tell the people who came to him to do his important duties for him.
Which is frankly how this coterie got together.
Yeah.
I see. Well, the party is ongoing. And Aisha, with that, will just place her hands on the desk and stands up. You four, I want you to go back downstairs and make sure everyone's having fun.
Christian hated that so much.
Of course.
Oh, all right.
I wouldn't want to have killed the party after all.
He never really was the life of the
But
party.
Good one. Yeah, you actually do get a chuckle from Max. That was
well, you should have seen Max and I at a venture party a couple weeks back. We were throwing it back, as the humans would say.
I don't understand.
Oh, well, basically, what you do
oh, you
is
Oh, we're gonna elaborate. Let's elaborate.
rock us music, and then he will put his hands on his knees, arch his back, and just start twerking.
Remind me again how I'm the problem.
Sorry. Yeah. Apologies. I was just trying to demonstrate and make sure that my prince understood what we were doing at venture parties and what we plan to do downstairs in your now home.
I was just about to tell you that the people in this room were the only ones I trust, but that hasn't changed. To the party.
Thank you for your time.
And Aisha's facial expression is very bemused. Might be the best way to describe that.
Fucking fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
And she picks up the dagger that they've been playing with this whole time, and as they walk around the desk, sort of to just like walk you all out the door, she's just dragging the tip of the blade, barely, but still cutting into the wood of this desk. And she tucks it back onto their belt and will gesture towards the door and say, well, can't have a party without its new hosts.
No, you cannot. No,
An incredible responsibility. Thank you.
You cannot. Oh, okay. I think
Angelo, stay behind.
Aisha would have noticed that, like, as the dagger was dragging and making this sound, Max's ears were like twitching, just ever so slightly. But yeah.
As Aisha asks Angelo to stay back, he gives a polite, courteous bow, and then a gentle nod in Max's direction.
Max returns it immediately.
Okay.
And in a flash of speed again, Aisha is now standing besides the door, and she opens it for you all and just gestures out to the hallway. And I think we can hear the now louder music coming from downstairs.
Real quick, before we leave the room, Kieran, did you get to investigate the mirror yet?
No.
Do you want to go ahead and do that?
I was told to wait after the prince had investigated, so I'm going
just making sure. Just making
respect what the prince wishes.
Yeah. I was.
Thank you.
No.
Of course.
Thorn slinks his way out, like back against the wall, slides through the doorway, past the prince, and then right hand.
She is absolutely just staring Thorn down.
That tracks.
That tracks. That makes sense.
Kieran again will be the last to leave, and he'll just turn to Prince Aisha and just thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for your time. It is appreciated.
Don't disappoint me.
Do my best. Thank you.
And as you sort of walk away, Aisha makes one last eye contact with Aubrey. And will step forward and just like lean forward to whisper in your ear. And she just says, consider this your first and only warning.
Aubrey's eyes like linger on the blade for a prolonged period of time before rising to meet her own. Your gift is well received. I won't waste it.
Good. And Aisha steps back and gestures down towards that main set of stairs. And we'll just say, well, there's a party waiting. And do make sure no one touches that head.
Got you. Understood.
Got it.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
And if there's time, don't hesitate to join us.
Aisha doesn't directly respond to that. And she just watches the four of you walk away and is literally standing there in the doorway watching you four walk away.
Mhm.
And then she closes the door to speak with Angelo.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oof.
Man.
We're going to close the scene on the prince right now. But we're gonna bring Nala back at the end.
So we're gonna
right now, yeah. Thank you so much for everything so far. We're gonna give you a proper thanks.
Yes.
afterwards.
Yeah, holy shit.
And to the normal overlay. Whee! All right.
Oh my god, I'm my jimmies are rustled. I'm so like,
I'm
Rustling them
scared.
jimmies.
how the fuck am I supposed to party with that upstairs? Like,
Hey guys, let's just be honest. I just threw ass in front of the
you
new
threw
prince,
ass in front of him.
and I do it again.
That's the bravest shit I have
Hey,
ever seen in any TTRPG
listen.
fucking ever.
Listen. If Kieran has learned anything from his pathetic fall in the streets of New Orleans, where the Goulon sisters recorded his breakdown,
Yes.
the best way to be trusted by a powerful vampire is to look fucking pathetic and weak. That's what he's doing.
I mean, yeah, fair enough, but still, you twerked in front
He
of him.
threw ass.
I can't. I'm and
I want to
my.
ask for the record: are we just allowed to do that now?
No.
Is that a thing we can do?
Well,
Like,
maybe. I don't know. I
they're
don't want
like,
to say
in
no.
my-
Coming in through the void to say, I did ask for it. I did ask.
True,
Yeah.
true.
True.
So if they explicitly ask me to throw ass,
You can
I'm
throw
allowed,
ass. Yeah.
You can
I'm allowed to throw that ass.
Yeah.
It was
Alright.
throwing
Eh.
ass for educational purposes.
Yes, exactly. But in my 10 years, I've never seen that in any game I've ever played, and I will always remember it. This is what. Oh my
So is it a performance check for throwing ass, or what do I?
So we're moving downstairs.
I was about to say, so once you guys get down to the bottom of the stairs, whoever is the first coterie member to get down there after Ambrose has already gone down.
Mhm.
Well, Aubrey is
first
eagerly
person
like
goes down
hustling down
there.
the stairs.
Ambrose grabs your hand, and it is like a vice grip. It hurts.
Darling, she liked my music. Did you hear?
Did
She
you
didn't-
not
she
hear
didn't
that
say it.
she is looking for me?
You're focusing on all the wrong things. I'm very famous.
What?
Aubrey,
He's fucking
there are
right.
times where you irritate me. There are times where you fascinate me. Right now, you're fascinatingly irritating.
I would prefer vexing, but of course they're looking for you. We knew that. This is not the place to discuss it. But darling, did you hear?
What do you mean we knew that? I had no idea about these people called the Four. What
I
are
thought
you-
it was a boy band. I wasn't paying that much attention.
God, Aubrey.
Fucking Muppet.
Fucking.
So is this not some sort of so it's like a Horsemen's of the Apocalypse?
I suppose for me at least.
Well,
Max Kiernan, thoughts?
Well,
I have nothing. I don't know what you want.
I've got no thoughts, honestly. I'm
just vibes. Just vibes.
If I'm gonna be 100% honest, I am more scared than I have been, I think, ever. So there's that. I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. Your
Mhm.
leader is terrified. Aubrey is right. We shouldn't focus out on that now.
No, she was definitely all girl boss slay queen.
We fuck off.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck off.
It is clear that maybe one problem. This is a Hydra. One problem has been dealt with, but now a myriad of others have arisen in its wake. That much is clear to me, at least.
Very sharp.
And they're ready to kill at any point. Yes.
So we have a job,
We have a job.
and we will do that job.
Here's the thing:
And-
if we're all supposed to be looking for ourselves, I have a bet we're not going to find you.
Okay.
Mm.
We cannot maintain that with let's stop having the conversation about this here.
Agreed.
Cool.
I'm
Agreed.
the one who said it.
Fine.
Moving forward, no showboating. Just and he's looking pointedly at Thorn.
It's
What you-
so hard,
Aubrey,
Ken. It's
cut.
so...
No, stop. What you did in there was stupid. It was reckless, and you know that. The conversation we had hours ago illustrated the fact that you are lamenting your situation. It did not seem like that up there. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm terrified for you. Asking questions in the way that you did will make this worse. We have to play smarter than that.
Here's the thing, Kieran, I asked those questions because I needed to know how energized people will be looking for me if they know that there's a reward.
I mean, you burned. No, we cannot talk. We can't party.
The writing is on.
Why? Because we gotta. God damn it.
The writing is on the walls, is what I'm saying.
Writing's on the wall.
Given the situations that we've already experienced, it is on the walls.
The windows, the walls, to the sweat drop.
Shut up. Downstairs. Now. Go.
Sweat dripping down balls. Let's go.
Go.
Let's fucking go. And like Max is literally charging up like he did with the Gulan sisters. He's charging up that party battery because he fucking this is the life and death situation he did not see coming, but he's gonna take that challenge because that's what he do.
You and me, baby, dance off. Dance
Let's
off.
go. Let's
I throw it
go.
to you, throw it back.
Kieran
Let's
is
go.
full bouncer mode, not engaging in the party.
Let's go. And like he goes downstairs, and what are we looking at? What's the party floor looking like?
The main ballroom people are doing their foxtrot and their ballroom dancing.
Good.
You have the gramophone doing its old classic
God
vibes.
damn, we gotta get some new shit in here. We cannot mix
It's
with this
a
shit.
relaxed atmosphere in the other rooms, but like if the Grulan party was anything, this is more doldrum than
This is
before.
boring. What's the situation around the head? What's the head situation?
People
like?
are giving it a wide berth. They
Good.
they don't want to touch it after being threatened by a member of the Four.
Good, solid. I love it. I'm
but
not
Ambrose is looking at it.
Don't you look at
Lingers
that
on the head for a moment and follows Ambrose's eyes to the head and then back to Ambrose. And he grabs them really tight and pulls them close. Face against face, they can feel the tense musculature of their back, and they give them the Thorn, dance with me like this will be the last night we're ever going to spend on this earth.
I don't know if that's a threat or a promise.
Make it a reality. Make me forget what we just dealt with.
Fine, you lead.
As always.
Which room has the foxtrot room? Because I will immediately go there.
That is the main ballroom. It is
Good.
the largest of the rooms.
I don't want to see no slow dancing. I want jazz. Let's fucking hit it. Fucking boost that bitch. No, what's the slow dancing bullshit? No, I want movement. I'm scared. I got a lot of adrenaline in this gangrel body of mine. Oh.
All right, you head over to the gramophone, and there is several stacks of records. Majority of them are classical music, stuff that the prince wanted to listen to.
I'm looking for jazz. I'm looking for the jazziest, because I know jazz. I'm from goddamn Nolans. I'm looking for a fucking.
You find some Louis Armstrong.
Ragtime.
That's it. All right. He fucking takes the thing out. Fucking tosses it across the room.
Some Dixieland and stuff.
Wait. Just throw it straight on the ground. Another.
Just get rid of this shit. Puts the fucking record on. Boosts that shit. And if I can, I will roll what I did before.
That was performance. Yep.
Well, what the
Performance
fuck?
and what was it? It was performance.
I remember.
Leadership.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so it was charisma leader. What was it? It was
Performance leadership because you're trying to bust ass again.
Yeah, it's an attribute. It's an attribute and a score. Or is it just 2 skills?
Leadership is a skill. Yeah. Hold on one
Yes.
second.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking. Oh fucking A.
So would it be like charisma leadership?
It might be charisma.
Can I do performance? Charisma?
So many books.
I'm trying to forget everything I saw upstairs. I got a job to do. Mayor said party. I'm about to rock this. They're gonna see what we meant when we were talking about the other party.
Yeah, then give me charisma
fuck it.
leadership, please.
Charisma leadership. I got you. I've got you, homie. Let's rock it. That is fucking phenomenal. Thank you, Dice. You understand the party. You understand the party.
Situation.
You understand the dilemma I am under. God damn it.
It understood the assignment.
It understood the assignment. That party assignment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
8 successes. Any criticals or just?
3 of those are criticals.
Ooh, lovely. All right. You put the music on. You turn it up to 11. You get into the center of the floor. You literally like shove people out of the way, doing their little foxtrot and their box step.
Just pick a random individual, a random woman, and just like pulls them in to just get this shit started. Right.
Yeah. And as you say that, they're like, well, all right, why not? And completely like lose the mask that they were wearing and start boogieing down.
He yells out, "Let's celebrate a new era properly, everybody! Come on now! What's this shit? We got a new era. We got a new prince. Let's get it right. We gotta show them what Nolans means. We gotta show them what Nolans is about." And he just starts fucking dancing.
All right.
Out of
everyone in the room gets hyped up from your little motivational speech and just you busting out, and they all start heading out to the dance floor and start jumping in as well. You see empty blood bags being thrown across the way, just like
just fucking throw them, throw ass, do it, just do it.
And the entirety of the party that is there is now dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Kieran, where are you and what are you doing?
I think, like I said, I think he's standing like within the vicinity of the party and just sort of maintaining a bouncer like demeanor. Just watching. I think that he's still holding on to the weight that room carries, given the context and experiences had within it. Yeah, I think he's just kind of watching and like. Just kind of watchdogging it, just making sure like nobody goes for the head, nobody's really starting anything. He'll check his phone occasionally, but it's just kind of maintaining a stoic nightly demeanor.
Sure. So you're checking out the area, you're making sure the vibe is all good and everything. Everything seems to be going perfectly fine. Everything is going well. People are having a good time. The head is being completely avoided by everyone. And as you're looking back down the hallway where the head is, you also see the entrance of the manor. You see the door is opened up from the inside by a person in a tattered red cloak. As they look back at you, give a little wink and then head back out.
Do I know who that is?
You all met him on the first evening.
Oh,
that is the
harvester.
Not a fan.
I Google Maps how close the cemetery is.
Several miles.
Okay, and we all drove here separately?
Correct. Yes, you all got here separately.
We all got here separately.
Look at that plot hook. Just like sitting there.
Kiernan will sit for a while, and if the party is good, he'll drive to the cemetery.
Okay. Before we get to that, Aubrey, what you doing? You and Thorn are still dancing. Are you now changing your tempo from a waltz
Absolutely.
to?
We're doing everything we can to keep up with the leader of the party, who's kicking it up a gear. And every chance Aubrey gets that he sees Thorn drifting, he
Mhm.
takes his face and turns it back so that they're meeting in gaze. Every chance that Thorn starts to look uncomfortable, like they are worried about something.
Mhm.
There's a twist or a quick step or a turn. Anything to keep them on their feet and focusing on the dance and not the true danger that they're dealing with.
For every time that you pull his attention back to you, he reconnects with you for 5 seconds at most, and then keeps on looking back towards the stairwell, looking at the dark corners of the room, looking at other entrances, every single access point for egress. You can feel his body screaming to run, but you're capturing him for 5 seconds at a time and holding him in these moments. Aubrey, I truly don't want to be here, Aubrey. This is walking to the lion's den right now, Aubrey.
You are Mr. Hide in plain sight.
It's not good enough if they are here. I'm directly underneath her nose.
Everything about you is good enough. Don't
Stop
you ever
it,
say
Audrey.
such a thing.
Stop it, Aubrey. These kind words don't mean anything right now. They don't. This is not the time for flirting.
It's always the time for flirting.
Sometimes I just want to tear you apart and just not put you back together.
If for a single moment it will make you forget, do what you must.
You have no idea, do you?
I know more than you realize. But this is the time for masks. Do well to wear yours with a little bit more dignity.
Hate when you're right.
It's rare. But let's revel in it. No, dance with me.
All right. Do I bump my behind onto you, or how does this work?
Oh, well, I mean, if you're offering, please, lead.
It just starts like middle school grinding, like not knowing how to dance properly, just like really, really awkward.
Aubrey wants to do the best he can to make it look like these are vampires that don't know what they're doing. So he's trying to sell that whatever Thorn is doing is exactly what everybody should be doing. Charismatically, he's like, this is it. Like, this is the show. You guys are missing out. Whatever you're doing, it's wrong. This is right.
Like I'm sure like Max is aiding in that just away. But like cuz like I'm sure like they've done dances like this, but like I'm sure that like not like to this speed or this attitude. Like they've done waltzes and ballroom, but nothing like this. And Max is just like come on, use some hips. Come on. Shake it. And he's
No hips.
he's just fully making like you saw how like Kiernan twerked in front of the prince. That's fully what Max is doing right now. Max is fucking throwing it back, fucking grind like this is like a soca club. Like this is this he is like every pent up emotion of I don't want to die is going into this fucking party.
Nice. We're going to jump over to Kiernan.
I'm so worried.
As soon as he is in the car,
Mm-hmm.
he will text the Coterie group chat.
Good. Okay.
I am
Good.
doing something. I'm going to the cemetery to look. I owe myself the opportunity to invest in myself. If these answers aren't being given to me, I'm going to seek them out. I am letting you know where I am. If it seems sketchy, I'm out. Have fun. I will be back soon, I promise.
Over the dance music, Aubrey yells to Max, I thought we were a team!
he's smart enough to know when he's in trouble.
He just sends an emoji of the crying face.
And Max immediately will as he's in the middle of it, he's just like has his phone like this. He's just like, just call Imogen.
I was planning on it.
All right.
Good. All right, Matilda. All right, hold on. Wait, hold on.
All right,
I get my bounce. I get my bounce.
You are driving towards the cemetery. Are you calling Imogen now?
Yes.
Okay. It hasn't been that long since you called Imogen. Oh wait, no, you called them that night. Okay, yeah, it's been a couple of days since you called them. Yeah. Good evening, Kieran. What's up?
I'm going to scope out the cemetery.
Why? What?
Are you gonna change tune and tell me what the fuck is going on, or am I gonna continue to be left in the dark?
I told you I would tell you everything, but you can't do this on your own
Why?
right now. Like, you will die.
Then I will die learning what is going on.
I don't think that you will learn anything, Kieran. If this is to be your final moments,
I'm gonna
do
look.
me a favor.
What?
Don't go in to any open doors.
Cool.
If you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, you leave.
I understand.
If you hear something in any direction, you go the opposite. If I was anywhere near the city, I'd be coming to stop you right now.
Where are you?
I'm in New Jersey.
The fuck is in never mind. Okay. I already told my group that if anything goes awry, I'm gone. But Imogen, I have spent 3 years in a self-imposed isolation. Self-imposed misery. And self-imposed mystery. I'm done doing that. Tonight, what I've seen is illustrated to me that this is not only my unlife, it is my second chance at being fucking me. So I'm taking it.
Take it with caution, Kieran.
Yeah.
Take it with caution.
Yeah.
This conversation that I need to have with you is a face-to-face for sure, not a cell phone call, especially when I am states away.
Then I look forward to seeing you, Imogen.
I hope that I do get to see you again, Kieran. This is stupid of you.
Agreed. Good luck on whatever the fuck you're doing.
Good luck on whatever the fuck you're about to do. And she hangs up abruptly.
He drives?
Yep, you make the rest of the drive over to the cemetery.
And it's called Le Roc?
Yep.
Okay.
The cemetery gates itself are closed, but they're not entirely too high.
Oh,
it's a known place for people to go through at night. There are a good amount of mortals that go there for their own rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do I see mortals around?
You see some walking around, not inside the cemetery, but you see
Outside?
them outside. Yeah.
Okay. I will, I'll just try and, I'll use my lockpicking skill that I have had and have never used to try and
go for it.
Get in. So, and that's a dexterity, correct?
I do believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool. And then I'm not hungry, so we're good there.
But you're all slated up.
We're good.
Remind
a triple. Sorry.
Hey.
Remind me what this is a harvester, right? The harvester is. Remind me who the harvester is exactly. Just for me.
So the harvester was a person in the first 2 episodes that you guys saw who was wearing the tattered red cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose made threatening comments towards him.
Yes.
You guys saw that while the rest of the party was feeding on the mortals that were brought in by the prince,
Mm-hmm.
the harvester was looking greedily at the dead bodies.
Gross, Saurus Rex.
So he was looking to chomp on the dead people.
From what you could tell, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you for the reminder. And he's at the party. And he's
No,
at the
he
party.
just dipped.
And not anymore.
Oh, he just dipped.
left.
Okay,
I
that's
will
right.
I
That's
will
why-
say, can Kieran
That's why Kieran left.
retroactively have texted them that and let them know?
Good God.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, all right, yeah. So you'll have the information that the harvester was there and has since left.
Okay. all right.
For my larceny, lockpicking, 3 critical successes and 2 normal successes.
That lock is
Lo-
nothing.
It opens like butter. It doesn't even creak. It's just like, open, please. Aloha Mora. And then
He's like, damn, I still
crack.
got it. All
It
right.
opens up easily.
He will start slowly walking, and he'll have his notes app open on his phone and just start notating things of interest.
Okay.
He'll have the brightness all the way down. He's a vampire. He can see. Fuck it. All the way down. Dark mode is always on.
Interestingly enough, in 5th edition, a vampire's vision at night is not.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm a vampire. What do you
yeah,
mean?
I thought the same thing, but if I'm not mistaken,
Bullshit.
you have if I'm not mistaken, the visibility at nighttime is not as great as it would be.
I'm
otherwise.
pissed. Fuck this.
Do
Okay.
you think he knows to bring a flashlight? Like,
Well, then I have it.
He
I have
knows,
it.
right?
I have it about at like 3/4 light, enough for me to see.
Yeah.
Please give me a wits and awareness.
Oh.
3 rolls.
Get ready. 3 of them?
Yep, 3 of them.
The fuck you say 3 for? Guys,
Because you're
I'm gonna
things.
be rolling a new character tonight, so
Yeah.
y'all just let me know like
Yeah.
what you kind of need for the group, and I'll like fill absolutely.
That was a beautiful finals. That was a beautiful final.
Honestly, yeah. Kieran going out the way he lived, like a fucking moron.
like a curious bitch.
Okay, the first one was 1 failure, 4 normal successes.
Okay.
The second, please. Oh my god. 1 critical success, 2 normal successes, 2 failures.
Okay.
And then the last one. Oh, baby. That is 2 critical successes, 2 critical successes, 2 normal successes, 1 failure.
Okay.
I got eyes tonight,
Um,
baby.
All right. So the first one, you notice that there are 3 groups of people in different parts of the cemetery. You can't tell if they're mortal or other things, but you can definitely tell that there are groups here. The second one, you're able to pick up on the smelling of burning herbs, aromatics.
Like Wicca type stuff?
Not Wicca. This is something for voodoo.
Okay.
And the third thing is you see a mausoleum door is open.
I go to the mausoleum door.
The name above reads Finch.
Finch. He will. Hello.
One job.
There is no noise coming from inside. There is no response to your hello.
He faces it and just backs up.
As you back up, you do notice that there is a heavy stench of putridness coming from inside of that mausoleum.
Mm. Mm. Answers are here. Where in the Polaroid is the picture taken?
The cemetery from the outside looking.
Okay, just from the outside. There's no indication of
It's from the main entrance. Yeah.
Got it. he will head toward the voodoo ritual.
Okay. All right. So you see that there are three individuals. Two of them are standing. One of them is bent over over a small wooden bowl. There is a freshly deceased chicken. There is a sacrificial knife. They are burning some sort of aromatics, and they are speaking in their native tongues.
Leave them to what they're doing. He will just, as he's walking, I was told I could find answers here.
You're just saying this out loud?
Yeah, in a bit of a whisper. He imagines that if there are entities here
Yep.
with the power that is
Yep.
being alluded to, I'm sure they can hear him.
Yep. So let's see. You walk past one grave, and as you're walking past, a spirit comes out of the stoneworks of their grave and just stares at you silently. It's the image of a middle-aged man wearing high-end pants, suspenders, and very loose-fitting shirt, top two buttons undone. They are gaping mouth open, just staring at you.
Come to lead the way?
Say that again? You're going to lead the way?
No, he said, did you come to lead the way?
It doesn't speak. You see it slowly, its form shifts upward and then down as if like a bobber for
Mhm.
fishing almost, coming up and down. And then it starts to meld itself along the outsides of the grave. All these graves, because we're in New Orleans, they have to be raised up. These are about 5 feet off the ground, so they are. This spirit is making its way around, like swimming through it, just staring at you the whole time. And then it pulls itself back in. A few moments go by, and are you staying in front of it as it goes
Yeah.
away, or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
You hear a very raspy voice echoing from different locations. No answers for you tonight, Kiernan Blake.
Why's that?
There are more important things to do than to entertain your queries.
Like?
Experiments.
You're the harvester, yeah?
It is a name that I go by, yes.
What is the name you prefer?
You can continue calling me Harvester. I have no care for any other name. I just wish to be left alone for my experiments.
Turn to face him.
You can't see him.
Hmm. What are these experiments? Since they take precedence over my answers, maybe you can, humor me with what you're doing.
The understanding of death.
Where we go, where we come from, that sort of thing.
How it differs from person to person, and all the little idiosyncrasies that happen within our bodies, our mortal coils, and our souls, once that line is severed.
Fascinating.
It truly is.
I'm sure it is. Feeling dejected, quite. Yeah, he'll leave.
Okay.
And he'll just text the coterie that he's fine. And he'll head back to the party.
You make your way back to the party. The group is still shaking ass. Um, the entirety of the kindred community is now there in that room. But as you're walking past, you notice that Aisha is standing at the top of the stairwell, looking down with a slight smirk. You can't tell if it's for bemusement or otherwise, possibly foreboding. But they are there, standing at the top of the steps, enjoying the sounds of people having fun, knowing full well that the coterie has done as they were asked.
If they wanted a party, we gave. You wanted a party, gave it to you.
He'll, yeah, Kieran will just walk over to Max first. I'm good.
You're right. Want to talk about it later?
I don't think I want to talk about it right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing of interest, nothing of import, nothing about me, so it's about the gist of it.
Huh. I mean, I don't know shit about what's going on with you.
Me neither.
I mean, you're alive, unalive, but you know what I mean.
It's seems that my answers will come from the harvester, which is
Oh shit.
horrifying, if anything.
That I mean, yeah. When is it not? When have we ever wanted information?
It's
from a source
always
that was not scary.
It's always horrifying.
Yeah, it's never like bright and shiny and like ooh no.
Imogen's pissed, which makes sense. Turns out she's in Jersey.
What the what's to do in Jersey?
That's what I said. Of course, I didn't get an answer because why would I get an answer? That'd be
I'm sorry,
too
bud.
easy. Whatever.
I'm sorry, bud.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I just, like I said, I understand how much of this pain is self-inflicted, or how much of it was. I'm intent on not letting that happen anymore.
Oh, man.
And
I get it. You want answers. I get that. You want to fight for what you want to know. I get that, man.
I want to know I'm fighting for you guys without putting you at risk.
I just want to know you fighting.
I don't think I can stop.
Yeah, sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You got to learn which is which.
I listened to the concerns of everybody. I did not do anything more stupid than the base impulse. I was told not to go into any open doors. I didn't. I did respond to a voice, but nothing bad came of it. So
that's like the second time you've done that. Like
we'll call it even.
Yeah, like that's like the second time you've
I'm
done
sure
this.
Alphonse in the sewer is actually a pretty cool dude.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure.
But as Thorne said, it is a symptom of my whiteness. Being very interested in pursuing the scary, even at my own detriment.
Yeah,
we do.
You did say I'm going to the cemetery, and my black ass was like,
absolutely, yeah, that's fair.
Like
the privilege is not lost on me. Absolutely,
you got some semblance of an answer. That's not lost. You got a start of one.
I
got the first letter.
I just need to be patient, but
yeah,
yeah,
that is a virtue you have the rest of your life to learn.
Yeah, well, however long that is.
Yeah.
And just then, the records on the gramophone comes to a screech as the music is turned off. In the back corner, you see Angelo standing next to Aisha.
And back to the guest screen, I imagine?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
I'm like...
Angelo then says, I would like to introduce to you our new prince, Aisha. And I am your new sheriff. First order of business. If anyone here knows of the whereabouts of a Ambrose Windsor, bring that information to me.
God damn.
God damn it!
And with that, we're gonna end tonight's episode.
You're gonna,
You can bring it back to
We're
you're gonna have me
back.
lie to my. You're gonna have me lie to my dad. You're gonna have me lie to my father. You
My
son of a my
papa.
papa. My dear dad. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
first and foremost, Nala, thank you very much for being a fantastic Aisha.
You were incredible.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Loved having you with us. Please give everyone your whole spiel. Who you is, where we can find you, what you've been doing, any projects you're on. Give it all up.
A spooky
All
tip or
right.
two.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I had so much fun. I can't wait to rewatch this episode.
It's always fun to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partially because at least when I do actual play streams, I am really like focused in on my own performance and all the improv and all that stuff. I don't quite get to see everyone's reactions in the way that I think a viewer would. But yeah, hi everyone. My name is Jay or Nala. I use both names. You can find me on Twitter at Nala Woo. I'm also on Twitter and every other social media at Nala Draws. I am a professional illustrator and art director working full-time doing freelance in tabletop RPGs. Past projects of mine include Uncaged Goddesses, which won a gold Ennie at last year's Ennies. I worked on Apocalypse Keys, which is in pre-orders right now, so that's a super cool, if you like PBTA about the end of the world, it's
Ooh.
a really cool game. I also was on the Adventuring Artist Tarot deck with Die Hard Dice, and a whole lot
Nice.
of other things you can see
Nice.
my art in. I'm also art directing for All the Witches, which is coming to Kickstarter
Ooh.
very soon. And All the Witches is a original game system and setting created by a trans woman.
Yes.
As a
Love it.
lovely alternative to, well, you know. And it's really, really cool. The system is super, super really interesting. I love the magic system in the game, and All the Witches is for everyone. And I
Love
will be
that.
art directing for it, so I'm very
That's
excited about
amazing.
that.
Love that. If you
Um,
want to, I would love for you to shoot an advertisement for that in the Discord.
Sure. Yeah.
So we can definitely
I will do
get
that
some more
once our
eyes on that.
Kickstarter gets up. I believe we're
Yeah.
going live mid-March, but I don't want to confirm that. But there is a Twitter, All the Witches, and the creator is at Emma Panda. I hope that's correct. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Anyways, what else do I do? Besides art, I am a voice actor, sensitivity consultant, TTRPG content creator, and professional actual play stream performer. I am on
that.
lots of other shows. If you'd like to see me play more vampire, I am on Itaewon by Night, which is the first and only all Asian cast playing Vampire the Masquerade.
So fucking good, by the
Our
way.
season-
Right on.
Yeah,
It's really good. Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
Give it a watch. Straight up.
Season 1 has concluded. We had our finale recently. It was so good. And all of our VODs are on YouTube on Going Critical RPG's YouTube channel. Season 2 has been greenlit, and we will be back in April.
Yes.
Nice,
on
nice.
Bad House RPG. We are switching channels. If you want to keep up with that and see what our kindred get up to in season 2, you can follow the Bad House RPG Twitter and Twitch. And I'm super excited. If you liked the energy I brought to Aisha, my character on Itaewon by Night is very similar.
Yeah.
I play
Nice.
Ryu named Meridian Song.
Love it.
And what I really like
What a great
about
name.
Itaewon by Night I will be so quick, but what I really love
No,
about
no.
Itaewon by Night is that it takes place in Seoul, South Korea, and it is unlike any other Vampire the Masquerade you've ever seen. There is no Camarilla, there's no Anarchs. We are simply kindred trying to make our way in a city
I love that.
Love that.
where it is still cutthroat. There's still a lot of politics, but our GM, Joe at Scary Dog Friend, has been doing incredible, like completely rewriting a lot of the lore, and
Beautiful, love
it's
that.
really cool, ingrained with like historical elements from Korea's history.
Oh, that's so rad.
And
Yeah,
there's
it's great.
it's really cool. But yeah, the best place to keep up with all the crap that I do is following my Twitter at NalaWoo.
Do it.
Do it.
And I
Hit that
had so
follow.
much fun.
Do
Thank
it.
you for letting me come here and scare the shit out of you for a little
Thank
bit.
you for being here. You did
phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Thank you for scaring the shit out of us.
I'm scared, like legit.
Still.
Still, yeah.
Hopefully,
So much fun.
maybe Aisha will come back.
Oh,
I
Oh, that would be
sure
great.
hope
Yeah.
so.
I sure hope so.
Okay, let's finish up going. So let's see. We're just gonna go around the counterclockwise on the screen. So, Alec, you're up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet at CommunityM. I am the archivist for Known Realms Tolesh. We are a homebrew campaign set in my world of Aisha. We play every Sunday night. We have a phenomenal cast, and we took last week off, but we are back this Sunday and doing some more incredible stuff. But you can find me here every Thursday as Kieran Blake. And yeah, I do. I show up other places sometimes. So give me a follow, and thank you for being here. And thank you again to our guest. Please make sure to go follow their socials. They're incredible, and they brought so much here tonight. So some of my time is allocated to them. Go next one.
Next is Thaddeus.
Hi, everyone. You can find me here playing Aubrey Valentine every week on Thursdays. Just enjoying being that vampire that causes a lot of problems for our group. And other than that, I do a lot of our homebrew stuff for friends and family, but this is the only place you can catch me live and having fun.
In your unlife.
In my unlife.
Yes.
Judas.
Kristen!
Sorry.
Judas.
Hey, Judas. Hey, how you
Yes.
doing? Hey, hi, hey, what's up? Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, on several socials, mainly on TikTok, but you can find me here on Twitch several days, several games, several wonderful people. You can also find me on Sundays, 8 p.m. EST on Total Party Kisses, Tragic Theologian, Greek Myth Inspired 5e campaign. You can also find me on a bunch of other projects on Total Party Kiss. Like I played Power Rangers. I was a werewolf at one point.
Yes.
It was really neat. And on Mondays you can find me for the level 15 to level 20 dungeon crawl that I'm doing with Mimics and Misfits.
Yes.
I'm playing a level right now. We're 18 gnome artificer. That's basically a Power Ranger. And I will give some of my time to just prop up Nala because God
Yeah.
damn, holy God damn
Oh,
shit.
good.
I had never been truly scared of an NPC before, but now I am. Because every word feels like I'm gonna suffer, and I'm like, this is the first time I've ever had to pick my words and not just spew inspirational bullshit as the coterie leader. And it's an exhilarating feeling, and it could not have been possible without your amazing performance. So thank you for being here. We cannot wait to have you
Phenomenal.
back. Absolutely phenomenal.
And I'm going to end things up. Hey, I'm Dylan. You can find me across everywhere on the interwebs. Roll for Dylan. Last week already? Where I helped out on Alex's page doing a Call of Cthulhu game.
Oh God, I forgot we do that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it was a real lot of fun. It's an anthology series called Chronicles of Cthulhu.
Chronicles of
Happens
Cthulhu,
once a
yeah.
month.
Once a month,
Over-
we bring in new keepers and new investigators, and we dive into the system. Call of Cthulhu. Fuck HP Lovecraft.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, every Wednesday night here, I host a Pathfinder game, Tales from Lan Lanair, where Robin plays with us as well. And I'm in the works of building something up for Fridays, so be on the lookout for something new. I'm going to keep that very vague
Ooh.
until it's solidified.
Love that.
Vagueness is good.
Notice me, senpai. All right, we are going to actually
The
raid
fuck?
Mr. Alex Ward.
Hey, cool.
I
The
gotta stop.
raid has been initiated.
All right, so thank you once again, Nala. You were brilliant, as
Phenomenal.
Aisha. Loved having you with us.
Yeah, thank you
We'll
for having
see you
me.
again for sure. Everybody, stick around for the raid and have a wonderful evening.
Good night, gamers. Bye.
Good night. Bye.